I'm having a go on a 0S 2018 updated model. This is the first test, I understand. It's electric. It's a little bit strange if you've never ridden an electric bike before. I've only ridden one once before, the Harley Livewire. And if you're wondering what's strange initially about an electric motorcycle, I can show you with one action really. Silent, right? Not making a noise. Watch this. That's kilometres an hour on the dash, not miles per hour, so I'm not speeding. No gears, just twist and go. And no power curve, obviously. The amount of torque you get is only proportionate to the amount you open the throttle, so it's all there. You just got to twist your wrist. Because it's a twist and go, I keep finding myself reaching for a brake there. But it's on the foot peg, as usual. Sod this, let's go another way. Perfect silence. Not perfect silence, actually. It makes a kind of... Can you hear that? Sounds like a liquidizer or something. But almost silent. Certainly when you first pull away, it's completely silent. Now, no, this one's closing. It's ridiculous around here. There you go, people can't hear it. Seat's a bit hard. You'd think with all this electricity they might give me heated grips, but no. I keep reaching for a clutch. There's nothing there either. So your left hand side of your body just doesn't do anything. I guess it's just like a twist and go scooter. Oh no, on a twist and go scooter you've got your brake there on your left hand. Down to 96%. The government has said that from 2040 all new cars and vans will be required to be electric. No mention of bikes in those proposals, so it's not clear whether bikes will be excluded. There's no reason to think bikes will be excluded at the moment. I expect policymakers just haven't really got that far. So it could be that in 23, 22 years, instead of writing about Panigale V4s and the like from the autumn motorcycle shows, all that, can you imagine? All engine configurations, all that history will be consigned to history. And we'll be writing about these, or bikes like these, electric. It's off, right? It's not making any noise. It must be off. Oh, slow track. Now watch this. Oh, it did make a funny noise then, but basically it just goes from being completely silent, as if it's a turned off motorcycle, to going. You can get caught out by that, I think. People who are used to petrol engine bikes, you know, we've all got a habit of just twisting a throttle, haven't we? If we see a throttle, we turn it for some reason, pulling the clutch lever. So you could do that with one of these and it's switched on and you're in for a surprise. the chap who dropped it off, he said probably good idea is to just hit the kill switch when you're not when it's on and you're not ready to ride it for some reason. Just keep the kill switch off, and then if anybody just decides to give that throttle a playful twist, no harm will be done. I had thought I might use it for my commute from the south coast. I had thought I might use it for my commute into my commute to work, which is about 60 odd miles, but the range isn't quite up to that. See, completely silent. Very small, feels quite compact, narrow. What I need is an electric power station to take a picture of it by, don't I? Or something like that. Battersea power station, but sadly it won't go that far from here, not on one charge anyway. Might have to settle for a pylon instead. Or maybe like a, what do you call them? A sub-power station. An electricity substation with those symbols on them, like a bolt of lightning. Mind you, they say danger of death, don't they? I'm not sure that's a message really that Zero will appreciate, or that is particularly applicable. I've got it in sport mode at the moment. There are 3 modes: sport, eco. I don't need to explain to you how those two differ in their characteristics, and a custom one where you set the you set it yourself. I'm not quite sure. Regenerative, is that the right word? Regenerative braking. So it kind of creates a kind of engine braking effect. It's not quite like engine braking, but you can feel the resistance, and that is using the friction to recharge the battery. So I guess by throttling off and using that more than the brakes, you'll extend the range. So you can't inadvertently startle pedestrians by revving the engine. It's a belt drive, so low maintenance. Should be some people about here. Let's see if anyone notices this weird motorcycle that I'm on. Good for filtering because it's so narrow. It's electric, yeah. Yeah, it's alright.
How long have you had it?
Just got it today. It's a test bike, so I'm a motorcycle journalist. I'm just testing it.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I couldn't believe it when you went past.
It's really weird. Completely silent.
Yeah.
And it just goes. It could catch you out.
That's crazy.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. Because I just was expecting this
Right.
before, and then you were just...
Yeah, it's perfect. It's the future.
Yeah, for sure.
It is, isn't it?
For sure. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What manufacturer is it?
It's called Zero. It's an American manufacturer. There aren't really many motorcycle manufacturers investing in electric bikes yet, though. So you've got to...
Cheap to run the engine, isn't it?
Yeah, absolutely, yeah.
Well, enjoy.
Cheers. Then, what you find when you switch it on, there's a little bit of a delay. That can catch you out. So look, switch it on, open the throttle, nothing happens. But then suddenly it goes off with a bit of a jolt, more of a jolt than it does. The initial jolt, it seems to be stronger. Maybe it's just adjusting to it. A matter of adjusting to it. It doesn't seem to be quite as torquey as the Livewire was, as I remember the Livewire being. Handy having that luggage space in there. Look. See if I've got time to show you. Bit of a squeaky front brake there. See? Fit a few things in there. Now look now. It won't come to life straight away. What's that about? And then suddenly it does with a jolt, see? I was opening and closing the throttle then, nothing was happening. That's why it catches you out more at first. Because you've got nothing to go by, you're not sure where it comes in, you're just... Because it doesn't, nothing happens initially. I guess you just have to wait for a moment or two. Until it's good and ready. Do 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 84%. Suspension feels firmish, I think. 82%. You've got a range there. What does it say? 72.2 kilometres. Doesn't help that it's all in kilometres, does it? What is that? It's about 40 miles. I wonder how you would wheelie it. Maybe you can't. No, it must be possible to wheelie it, mustn't it? It's got no traction control. So I suppose you have to be a little bit careful with the throttle unleashing all the torque. It's got maximum torque from 0 RPM basically. If you open the throttle wide, you'll get maximum torque immediately. I bet it doesn't feel like it's not going to wheelie. Well, I mean, somebody else could make it wheelie, but I'm not sure I can. The interesting thing is going to be plugging it into charge as well. Apparently 4 hours from flat. Look at that squeaky brake, squeaky front brake. 4 hours from flat for a full charge. I do like the idea of a clean vehicle, no emissions, of a zero emissions vehicle. I guess that's why the firm is called Zero. But of course it's not really zero emissions, is it? Because emissions are made in producing the power often. Unless they come from the unless it comes from the windmill farms, like the ones you get off the coast around here. Side stand is a bit short, so it feels like it leans over a bit too far. Let's go. See, nothing. And then it catches you out. See what I mean about that? Almost pulled out in front of a car.